Triple E EDC back again with another knife video. This is the Rough Ryder slip joint worker knife. Now this is in Denim Micarta, and the original worker knife was in black Micarta. I missed out on that one. This one I was lucky enough to get in on. These are sold out now, but I have a feeling that these have been so successful for Smoky Mountain Knife Works. By the way, Rough Ryder is their in-house brand. These have been so successful for them that I can almost guarantee they're going to have at some point another worker knife, and it's going to be in probably a different kind of micarta, if I had to guess, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be another one, so I'm going to go ahead and make this video, and hopefully it'll help one of you guys make a decision on whether to purchase one when they do become available, because I doubt you're going to find these on the secondary market too much. Just another note, this was a giveaway knife, so again, I'm a channel who does a lot of giveaways, so if you like giveaways, go ahead and hit the subscribe button right now to this channel, and hit the notification bell so you get all my content, because I do a lot of giveaways on this channel. Some as small as this, and some as large. You know, I've given away a Damascus, Chris Reeve Sabenza before. So yeah, go ahead and subscribe now. Let's go ahead and take a look at this knife. So this is, as far as size comparisons go, here it is against the CJRB Rhea and the Civi McKenna. So you can see very similarly sized knives to those two. Let's also take a look at this against the Benchmade Super Freak, which is about the same size as the PM2 from end to end, and the Spyderco Para 3. And let's go ahead and do the Swiss Army knife Tinker, since this is a slip joint, and the GEC oil field jack. It's probably another good size comparison to do here. Okay, so a little bit about this knife, the good and the bad. So right off the bat, this knife is beautiful. I absolutely love the design of the Wharncliffe with the slight sway back. This is a very cool pattern. I just love the way it looks, and there's a reason that I felt I had to pick it up when I did. Another thing, the micarta on here is, you know, it's a high polish. I don't love high polish necessarily on like my fixed blades, but on a slip joint, I think it's really cool. Would I also like a rougher micarta, kind of like, you know, the CJRB here? It might be cool, but I kind of really like the polish on here, if I'm being honest. The denim on here, because it's so polished, feels more like, you know, just any other polished micarta than being specifically denim versus something else. But I love the look, and the feel is great too. One of the great things about Rough Ryder knives, which you can definitely, you know, feel on this one, is that the action on this, the walk and talk, is very good. I don't know if you can really hear it, but it does have really good walk and talk for the price range. Now, does it have the best walk and talk? No. You can hear that GEC has much better walk and talk than this does. But for the price, you can't go wrong. Now, which leads me to the next point. The price on this is fantastic. Rough Ryder knives are the best value. If you're not sure if you like a pattern, like for example a sway back style pattern where you have this, you know, this back swaying, which is why you get the sway back. If you're not sure whether you like that pattern, and by pattern I mean, you know, the different, you know, this is like a Barlow style almost. You're talking about the shape of the handle here. If you want to try a pattern and you know, are not necessarily sure whether, you know, you like a 2-blade knife, which is part of whether it's a pattern or not, or whether you like a 1-blade knife, or whether you're going to be satisfied with the handle design, Rough Ryder knives will give you that opportunity to just try a whole bunch of stuff at once. Because for the price of one really good knife like a GEC, you can get like 6 or 7 Rough Ryders and just go to town and think about what you want. So this price on this is $16.99, which it's a steal. I think the original worker was a little bit cheaper. I think it was like $12.99 or $13.99. But I don't blame them for raising the price a little bit because this is so popular. They probably knew it was going to sell out. Still at $16.99, I think this is a great deal, and gotta love that. So that's all the good on here. As far as the bad, so first off, the steel on here is 440A. So you're not going to win any, edge retention contests here. It's 440A. It's going to dull. You're going to need to sharpen it. It is what it is. But, for the price, 440A isn't bad. Their heat treat has been pretty good on these. And the best thing is that, and this probably is something I should have included in the good. The best thing is that Smoky Mountain Knife Works stands behind their in-house product. This is their in-house brand. If you have any issues with it, they will take care of you. I promise you, because I've been through it myself. So, and there will be QC issues on a knife this cheap, from time to time. I know I've received a whole bunch of Smoky Mountain Knife Works or Rough Rider knives. Most of them are totally fine, but quality control does go out the window a little bit, from time to time when you're in this price range. But for the most part, you're getting a pretty consistent product and a company that will stand behind it if you happen to run into one of those issues. So that's all the good. Again, the bad here. So first of all, the nail nick on here is, I don't love, the nail nick on here. I mean, a lot of nail nicks I don't like, so I guess I don't like nail nicks in general, but that's it's on a traditional knife. I like a lot of the time when the knives have their own pull or some other system that you can use other than a nail nick. That being said, it does work pretty well for the most part. It's a little harder to use than the GEC ones, but it's deep enough where it is usable. The lanyard hole on here, I think, is sort of pointless, is another issue. Now, I know people like to use lanyards, but this lanyard hole is so small, you're going to be looking at some pretty thin paracord. And I think that for most people, you're going to be running this in a slip or just at the bottom of your pocket. You lanyard guys, if you have a lanyard you can use on this, it should be effective. But I think overall, I'd just rather see it without the lanyard hole on this. Some knives I'd rather see without it. Some knives I'm okay with it. Another thing is the sides over here. So there's gold accents here with the silver, the nickel bolster. I think these are nickel bolsters. So the gold accents I don't like as much as the nickel. I really would have preferred to see the nickel continued down here. I know that's a personal choice, and you can see it definitely here. It does look kind of good on the back, which is why I guess they did it with the spring here. But on this side, I don't know, just don't love it. Would have liked to see the nickel there go a little further. All right. Another thing is that these are, they're made in China. They're not made in the U.S. So sometimes, shipments can have issues, or, Smoky Mountain Knife Works might take a while to get something in. It is what it is. I don't mind buying, knives from China. You guys saw the Civivis in the beginning. I have plenty of Civivis, so no problem with Chinese knives in general. I try to buy American when I can, but if something's only available through China or just is a great price, I have no problem buying Chinese. But I know some people love American knives, and even though Smoky Mountain Knife Works is an American company you're supporting by buying the knife, it is something that's made in China, just something to be aware of. Overall, though, look, this is a great knife. I can recommend it, no problem, because the Smoky Mountain Knife Works and Rough Rider does a great job with Rough Rider knives. They put a great polish on them. The quality control of them is pretty good all around, and you really can't beat the price on these. So, yeah, love it. You guys have any questions or anything, definitely shoot me a comment below. Go ahead and hit subscribe button and let me know if you if you have had the worker knife, or if you intend to buy it when a new one comes out, which I'm sure they will. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.